Thoughts have wings. Good morning, everybody. It's been one of those weeks. Whenever I have to do a talk, I have to live it. I have to experience it. And sometimes it's amazing what is in there in our thoughts. Robin, thank you for a wonderful meditation this morning. It went very, very quickly. But in that time, the thoughts that came and went. Well, this has nothing to do with now. I was thinking things I should have done last week, what I can do tomorrow, and I had to keep on bringing myself back to the centre. So it's an interesting journey. Thoughts have wings. Thoughts are things. But it would be more clearer to say that thoughts become things through thinking. There's a trinity. The thinker, then the thought, then the substance which finds form, which is materialized and demonstrated in our life. In Genesis we read that God created us and the world. And because we are God's creation, he said, take dominion. Now, take dominion of the earth metaphysically means take dominion of our physical body. That's what it means. No one else take dominion of ourselves. We don't take the Bible literally, as we know. People here know that. And some other people know that too. Like we sometimes go to Swedenborg Church, which is up the road. And Swedenborg, 100 years before the New Thought movement, recommended people to say, read the Bible, yes, but do not take it literally. So there's a lot of people that don't agree with that. But we know from our Unity teachings, with the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, every word has a meaning. We know from Adam right through to the man Jesus, it's states of consciousness. I think, and my thoughts take wings to find manifestation. Interesting enough, metaphysically, the word angel means messenger. Oh, here we go. This has been sitting here for years, and it always intrigues me during the service. I sometimes look up and the colours change through. We see angels like that. Because of my Sunday school upbringing, that's how I imagine angels. But others in other cultures wouldn't see them like that. Sometimes we don't know who an angel is, or is it an angel because spirit works through people. The Latin, angelus incognitos, means messengers who would like to remain anonymous. And in Hebrews 13:3, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. So regardless of the images involved, the materialization of our thoughts will come mainly through people. And it's amazing how it does in most synchronistic ways sometimes. It could be a mentor that comes into our life for a short time and disappears. It could be a child that says something to us, or an animal that gives us warmth and love. Or it could be just plain good luck sometimes, if there is such a thing as good luck. Usually it means a lot of good thinking. Just come together synchronicity. And we experience that. Then, there are the mystical revelations that occur internally which cannot be explained to others. But these deepen our awareness of the original presence and power. We can't explain a mystic experience. Everyone in this room has had a mystical experience. Am I right? You haven't. Wow, you're ready. Keep your meditation up. Alright? But the mystical experience is something you can't write about, but people try. That's why when we hear the expression, great works of art are given up at a certain point by a composer or a painter, because you can't do anymore. And when Bernadette of Lourdes apparently saw the Virgin Mary in the grotto, and she tried to describe to the sculpture how it looked, and she said, no, it's nothing like that. I can't describe it anymore, but that is nothing like that statue. So it's something inside us, from our higher self. The thoughts had wings and presented that to us for us. But we can be receptive to those thoughts inwardly. Where do they come from? Our higher self. And that's why we meditate, to still all those other thoughts, to make room for that secret presence to come through. You know, we've got a lot of books and things hanging around here, little pamphlets. One of them is called What's Your Habitual Words? And I bring in words because words usually are the results of thoughts. And there's been a heap of these, and sometimes there's been so many you don't even bother looking at them. You think this is such an old-fashioned thing. But anyway, I picked it up. I don't see, Linda's voice was enthusiastic, how I can possibly tell you all of the news in these few short hours. There was much to talk about, and the hours flew by. Linda finished her tea. She sighed. I really must go. I don't see where the day has gone. What is the matter, my dear? Asked Aunt Sue in deep concern. Oh, Linda said, it's my eyes. I get the sharpest pain in them once in a while. You see where this is going? You see? I can't see what's happening here. Thoughts have a way of expressing themselves whether we like it or not. There was a sharp edge of complaint in her voice as she went on. I don't see why I should have any trouble. For 15 minutes every morning, I affirm that I have perfect vision. Can you see why, Aunt Sue? Yes, my dear, I can see why, her aunt replied. Creative mind is bringing your word into manifestation. My word? And it was horrified. You may spend 15 minutes affirming, but the habitual thinking is what is going to be expressed in our lives. Now, I suggest, if you have a chance, have a look at this little book. 1 hour a day spent in earnest affirmation will not wholly save us from the confusion of life. These moments in a busy life are well spent, but they must necessarily be brief. But what of the rest of the day? Are we always using constructive words? We are ceaselessly setting up our words afloat in the great sea of life, and our every word works in a positive or negative way in our bodies and in our lives. Watch your words well. So there's about 10 of those left down there. Now we can turn our thoughts inwards to our higher self, or we can turn them out into this amazing mess of the universal subconscious mind. And what is in that? My goodness. We can be subliminally affected by advertising. Good advertising is paid to do the job. And I found a couple of old magazines from 1956 when I was doing my house up 2 years ago. And it talked about feel cool, calm and collected. Craven A. That's a cigarette here. Have you heard of Craven A in the States? A cigarette. What's your cigarette brand under there? Old one. Camel?
Pall Mall.
Pall Mall?
Chesterfield.
Yes. So, and we look at all these other wonderful sayings in these ads for all those years. It's amazing. Now, messages. Thoughts have wings, angels, messengers. Symbols have a huge part to play in helping us to understand our inner self. Dan Brown wrote that book, Angels and Demons. What are we? When we think good thoughts, we're an angel. When we think so good thoughts, we are demons. When we think good thoughts, we are thinking from the Christ point of view. When we're not, we're thinking from the anti-Christ point of view. Who are we representing at this point in time to the world? Now, there's little we can do about what other people think of us. But we can take dominion of ourselves and go about thinking the way we want to without making assumptions. Isn't that a big one? It's one of the 4 agreements. Do not make assumptions. You think that because I thought that, you did that. I know you did it. And no proof. We all make these wonderful assumptions and find that they're really not quite up to what we thought. Truth is different. So, with the symbolism, there's the angel. And I was actually knocked out yesterday. I went to the newsagents and, you know, Time magazine and Newsweek, and there's another one. They've got a whole article, Newsweek have a whole article on spirituality. So mainstream, it's amazing. And in that, there is angels. Doreen Virtue, who wrote a book on angels. And I looked at this and thought, yeah, okay. Apparently, there's a parking angel. Does anyone know who the parking angel is? Would you like to know? Gamliel. So it says here, the problem of finding a parking space plagues the life of many, whether they're spiritual or not. For such an issue, the angel Gamliel is said to be the one to call on. Okay, now, angel for lost items. Yes. Archangel Chamuel and Zerachel. Okay, forget the pronunciations, but that's the one. Now, this was scary. My higher self has been trying to tell me something for ages, but I've been clinging to Christ. I was given a wonderful, brand new wallet for Christmas. That was a while back. And something inside me said, it's time to change over to your new wallet. But I can't, I've still got some stuff for it. So, yesterday, I have a ritual, I'll explain, I have a ritual with keys. And I have a ritual with my wallet. If I don't know where my wallet is, well, forget spirituality. I get nervous. It spoils my day. Have anyone here had that experience? It's not very nice. Well, went up to the baker shop, got some stuff. I remember taking a $20 note out, getting what I had, putting it back in. That's the last I remember. Then I realised, no, I've got a ritual. I got out of my car, took the wallet, and I decided for some stupid reason to clean the glove box. And so I pulled out old tissues and things like that. And I had my wallet here and I put them there like this. There was a couple of those fold-out things you get from newspapers, ads. I had them there. I thought, oh, there's the garbage bin. And I shoved everything in. I thought it sounded louder, clankier than usual. But that didn't register. So I did my ritual. I came over here, put something in the fridge for today. Where's my wallet? Now, I know it's got to be around because I have a ritual. And I thought, no, I'll whiz back up to the baker's shop. Every red light, every slow driver, and like you wouldn't believe, I'm going like this. No, sir, nothing's been handed in. I thought, oh, I'm ill, what will I do? My MasterCard, all that. My life is in that wallet. Anyway, I stopped. And something inside me said, go back to the rubbish bin. So I came back to the rubbish bin, opened it up, and there was my wallet. So thank you, Archangel Chamuel, or Zerachi. whatever it was. That was an angelic thought. That came to me. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, before that, I had a premonition. Last week, I had a dream that I'd lost my wallet. And last night, I had another angelic thought. What is the message in this? You know, Grace Merritt likes to say, what is the gift? You know, okay, Grace. But once you get the gift, it's good. What is the gift in this? The gift was, it was time to throw away the old wallet and get the new one. Isn't that? Do we have to go through all that for this? All right, okay, there's one more angel, a mechanical angel. Frustrations resulting from mechanical or electrical issues are believed to be remedied by archangels Michael and Pathiel. Now, I've never heard of some of these people. I've heard of Archangel Michael, but I thought he was the angel of protection. Anyway, so they may help the person in need by directing them to the right specialist or to the proper resource. Now, I had a look and I couldn't resist. There are different types of angels. Angels, archangels, virtues, powers, principalities, dominions, thrones, cherubim, and seraphim. My goodness. But I suppose after me saying to you, we don't take the Bible literally, I believe these are states of consciousness, but I love the symbolism that goes with it. As Charles Fillmore says, we don't take the symbolism for the real thing. I'm going on to paraphrase, saying that it can help us create a sense of reverence and awe for things that are already inside us. Now, can thoughts survive the passing of the physical body? Can you have the slide on? Does anyone know who that is?
Bottom one's Winston Churchill.
Sorry?
Winston Churchill.
Oh, the bottom one, yes. Now that is Helen Duncan. She was what was called a medium in a spiritualist church in London, England, and she had thoughts, more than that, but it's not part of this service to tell you what happened, but the thought came to her, and it was a sailor, and on his cap he had HMS Ari, and a ship which the English government had denied had been sunk, and she knew that it had been sunk. So this apparition, this thought came to her from this sailor. Now she was arrested and put into prison because, as you know, there was D-Day coming up, and they didn't want any war secrets coming out like that. And it's the last time someone had been tried with the Witchcraft Act. But there we go, there's that lady, she's interesting to read about, and that's the battleship. And she lasted for a while, but she became very, very ill after that. Now, Winston Churchill, now this is an interesting one, was ordained into the ancient order of Druids and a supporter of Helen Duncan. You wonder why, as Prime Minister, he couldn't have made her life a bit easier then, but that's politics, as we're finding out now. So there he is. Now, Churchill was very susceptible to these thoughts from on high, inside. He used to take his life quite casually during the war. He thought it was his destiny. And one day, him and his wife were driving through London, and he says, "Get out." So everyone stops and he moves into the front seat. And she says, "What are you doing? You know, sit where you are." He says, "No, I'm going to sit here." And as they did, a shell hit the side of the car and missed him. Then one night he was having dinner in Downing Street, and probably with the cigar and the whatever, the whiskey. he had a thought. Quick, everyone get out of this room. And they all went down into the basement. He went into the kitchen, which was all glass at the back, and he said to the staff, get out now. And they all descended to the basement, and 5 seconds later the place went up with them all. So isn't that amazing? These things happen. So to sum up, thoughts have wings, and apart from the glamorous symbolism of angels in the outer world, there is a way for us to train our thoughts, and it's pretty boring. So, one of the ways we can do this is to read a book. I knew this when I was 18. I thought, oh, no. So you read a book, you read, say, 2 paragraphs. Then you think about it for 10 minutes. My goodness. I've started to do that in the last few years, and I understand where they're coming from. Now the other way is to be in the presence of someone that is a master of what they're on. And I was at the conservatorium, we were doing a masterclass with music, and Schofield was there, and we're all up there doing our thing. Yes, I'll do that. This is how you do it. And you get into this combined thought where 2 or more are together, there I am. And it's amplified thought, and you think, oh, this is easy. Then 3 years later, when you're out teaching privately on your own, you're thinking, I wonder what I'll do with that phrase. How do I shape that? Yet before, in a group, no problem. We're confident. So, strong people have a strong influence on us. And that's vital to be around people like that. I find that living in the country, living in the city, I need to have both. Because the country people that live there, no offence, but their life is a little bit slower. I had 2 tradesmen that were supposed to be coming to my house. 2 young girls have set themselves up as electricians. And so I wanted a safety switch put on somewhere. And they rang up and said, Mr. Livingston, the car's broken down. We can come tomorrow. I said, oh, sorry, I'm in Melbourne tomorrow. Oh, it's all right, we'll get back to you. For a minute, that's okay. Then I had a piano removed from my house across the road to my garage over the other side of the road. 9 o'clock. Spoilt my night, I couldn't sleep properly. But 9 o'clock. Anyway, at 8:45, there's a knock on the door. I thought, oh, where is it? The man said, I'm sorry, the truck won't start, it's too cold, we'll have to do it some other time. I can come back tomorrow. Same thing, no, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. So, we need both. We need time on our own, but we need the stimulation of other people. Now there's one more exercise. I love this. It's a bell. One of the early lessons we learned in one of those philosophical books I had, be quiet, was that you look at an object, like a pencil or a bell, you think, yeah, it writes, that's good. But then they wanted to do 50 other things with it. Concentrate on it till you've written out 50 things that it can do. Whew. Now that's a bell. It can ring. I could use it to stir my coffee if no one's looking. I could use it as something to put ice cream in. Any other ideas?
Spittoon.
Or what?
Spittoon.
Okay.
You could use it to prod someone.
Okay, Jill. Where's that coming from? Well, we've got to get 10 before we
Paperweight.
Brilliant. Paperweight.
A beautiful ornament.
Yeah,
A
that's
wind
good.
chime. We hung it up on
You
the
want to
ceiling.
get this over and done with. That's 5. Robert.
You can throw it at the cat that you don't like.
You mean it's a weapon?
Yes.
Whoa, okay. 6.
Dog scratcher.
A what?
A dog scratcher.
Oh, that would be perfect.
What was it, man?
Not too much though, it's a sharp edge. There's 7.
Back scratcher.
Back scratcher. Hurts, doesn't it?
Fruit bowl.
A what?
Grape bowl. Fruit.
Fruit bowl?
Put grapes in it.
Yeah. For what?
Pastry cutter.
8?
Yes.
9, pastry cutter.
Wine glass.
In desperation, yes. Cheers. A wine glass.
Cocktail mixer.
Yes.
Measure.
Well done, Jim.
A
I didn't
measure.
expect that from you. A measure of what?
Whatever that contains.
Okay, oh, gotcha. Good, okay. Shall we have 5 more? 1. Come on. This it hurts, doesn't it?
Is it
hurts.
strong enough to hammer a nail in?
Yes. A hammer.
Hammer?
1.
An alert.
Well, that will do because we're in a hurry.
Alert.
It
5.
could also, yes, I'll have to work on here. It could also be a, what pitch is it? It could be a pitch control mechanism.
Trimming.
That is D major. Can help me understand the key of D. 2 more. An engraver.
Exercise. A
What was
prize.
that?
An engraver.
You mean dip it into paint and
Yes.
yes, I like
A
to do.
pendulum.
A pendulum? It could be a pendulum.
Prize.
A stamp. Put it on a
Yes,
stamp paper.
very good.
Stamp.
Okay, well done.
Might as well do another 5.
And we haven't even started. Okay, now, how we use our power is up to us, our thought power. And we've all heard it. Change your thinking, change your life. What we can do, if we go through all those things, I tell you what, thought power is strengthened. And I think we all need a bit of that, me in particular. And we're all givers and receivers of thought. We'll fluctuate in that sea of thought. So as we learn the universal spiritual laws, we learn to live in time and in harmony with those laws. We know one of the things to find out from the inner law and wisdom is to meditate. So we can travel the world to find this information, but it's actually inside us. So there we are. Thoughts have wings. Thoughts are the beginning of things. Thank you.